Hey, in this video I will show you how to scrape Reddit comments. So we will go through different methods from copy paste to even letting AI pull them for you, because these are the best methods in 2026. What we can do then is, if we get real comments, we can extract customer language and come up with our own ad angles and ad copy. So let's start here. Why Reddit comments? Because Reddit gives us the most honest customer voice online. People say what they really think, and we can extract the exact words your buyers are using, and it's everything for free, right? What we will cover now in this video is the different methods of how you can extract them. First of all, sure, you can go in by hand, copy paste the comments, but this will probably, if you want to really dive deep to your customer language, this will probably take you hours of your time. So now there are better ways of how you can do it. There's, for example, the Reddit API, which is sometimes also limited to the amount of comments and topics that you can pull out of it. Then there's the no-code side, which I will show you a tool that is called Adlicio to pull them for you, and we can even combine it with Claude. So if you're an active AI user and you're using ChatGPT or Claude, you can even connect this tool and get all the latest comments out of it, out from Reddit, and use them for any work that you are doing with Reddit. And then we will look at what can you actually do with the comments at the end. Very interesting. A few numbers that I pulled for you. There are more than 3 billion comments a year on Reddit, 140k active subreddits, 127 million daily users, and more than 494 million weekly users. So yeah, the goal is already written. We can use the exact language that your customers are using for our ads, instead of just guessing and coming up with your own ad copy. So let's get this gold out of Reddit. First of all, by hand. Of course, you could just open a thread, right? Read the copy the good ones one at a time, and then you have a thread with 1000 comments. Yeah, it will take probably a few hours to go through them and copy and paste everything out of it. And then you can paste it into a document, or you can also give it to Claude, right? And there are different ways how you can do it. Like, you could go in, you could have here, like behind like Reddit, you can just put like .json, then you will get like the whole, and then you will get a whole list of all the raw comments as structured data. So we can try that here if we go to Reddit, and then we go here on an article in intelligence, and then we just point JSON. Now you can JSON file. Now you can also come in here and copy paste all the comments. But this is still one thread at a time. You can't search across subreddits. You have to search for all of them. You're rate limited at one point, because Reddit will also throttle those requests that you're doing. It's raw and it's messy. You still have to clean it up. You have to read it all, and so on. So yeah, if you will really scale your research, this is probably just useless, right? Next one, you can also write Python scripts. So if you're a developer, you can come in, you can use the Reddit API, but then you need to register an app, you need to get OAuth keys, and there are also rate limits. So there are about like 100 queries a minute that you can run, and then you have to wait. This is probably great for engineers, but for everyone else, it's probably too difficult and takes also some time to set it up. That's why I want to show you like a new that I've found, and this is Adlicio. Adlicio pulls all of these comments like from any directly out of Reddit and can give you the raw data, and then combined with Claude can even analyze everything for you. So we can, for example, search for topic clean pre-workout. Then we have Adlicio searching all relevant Reddit threads and extracting all the comments for you. You don't need to set up a Reddit API key. There's no code involved. It just searches it for you and pulls all the comments itself. And most of the times it takes less than 90 seconds. And now the interesting thing is, if you can pull out all these 100 or thousands of comments that some Reddit posts may have, you can then filter down and extract all the pain points, all the phrases your customers are using, and then build your own ad angles based on your research and based on real customer language that you have just found in Reddit threads. And now there are 3 ways how you can access it. First, via web app. You can use the CLI, or you can use the MCP if you want to have your agents also extracting customer language and other comments from Reddit. So now we can actually pull comments at scale and with zero effort. Number 5, the payoff, because it's great, you can get the comments, but what do you do now? Now the interesting part is you can take all those comments, like and find the best ad angles with it. So the win is the pattern. For example, the generic ad, or maybe how you would have done it in the past, is you would have written something like boost your energy and crush your workout, right? But what if you now go into Reddit and you research the specific product, in this case, could be the energy drink, and then you will find out that people are actually having panic attacks with like other energy. So now you can use that language and integrate it into your own ad based on real Reddit comments. So the 3 mistakes that waste your scrape is basically scraping for volume, not signal, sorting by upvotes or not by emotion, and just paraphrasing instead of keeping the exact words. So yeah, this is a very important point at the end, that you also want to use the exact language your customers are using. And you can only do that by researching on different platforms how your customers are actually speaking. So now let's try it out. What we can do is we can go and download the extension. So we go here to Reddit, and what I've done is now I've downloaded the Reddit comment scraper, and now I can come in here. I just launch it here and I can click scrape comments. Now as you can see, it's scraping all the comments. We got 66 comments. Now we can come here, we can click here on ChatGPT or Claude, and we can extract all the comments to our ChatGPT or Claude. Now as you can see, we have all the comments here loaded, and we can use it. So we can do actually the analysis of those comments. So here we have another thread. We just scrape, and then we can click on Claude, and then it's extracting the whole thread for us. And what we can do here is pull the top threads and comments and give me a one-line top single biggest emotional driver buyers have. Top pains in their own words, 4 to 6, each with 1 to 2 verbatim quotes and the upvote count. Objections I have to beat before they buy, or like 5 ready-to-use ad hooks built from those pains. Keep every quote verbatim and link each source thread. So now we have all these comments. Now we can go and analyze them with Claude. And now, as you can see, it went here, it even told us, okay, this was one thread, right? But that's also the limitation. If here with even the extension, we can only look at like one thread once, right? But still, it got us the top line, explained to us the top pains, the words, living a borrowed life, the comparison spiral, the work trap, and so on. And even like gave us the beat before they buy, because they might say it's too late, I'm too old, this is normal, and also gave us 5 ad hooks. So we use all these comments, all this research to build our own voice of customer brief, right? Can build out the ad copy. Now, if we want to take this a step further, we could also say, if we check here on connectors, you can see we have the MCP installed from Adlicio. So what we can do is here, let's say we want to mine real Reddit comments for the topic hair loss. Pull the top threads and comments, then give me exactly also those 4 steps again. And then let's run it. And so the interesting part here is we just pulled 12 threads, 3011 comments scraped, and around like 87 returned. We also scored it, right? Because we have to filter, of course, remove all the comments that don't have any value in it. So yeah, we found the top line, and now you can see already the difference. Now we were able with the MCP to scrape 3000 comments. We could run that again, and we could even find more threads and also comments, and even get this number higher to get like a bigger of comments and opinions and customer language, right? But still, we got the top line. They're not afraid of being bald. They're afraid of watching it happen, being powerless to stop it. The buyers make the bleeding stop before it's too late. So here we have the top pains in their own words. We have the objections to beat before they buy. And we even have 5 ready to use ad hooks that we can now use with our ads. And so that's it. This makes super easy for you to research comments, language, customer language on any topic, on any brand that you have, on any product, and come up with really great ad copy that actually can work.